Mele Kalikimaka, and welcome to my scrappiness. Hey guys, it's Marissa again. Another Christmas project. So we're going to be using our cheer layout kit papers. If you've seen these papers before, if you have watched my previous Christmas projects. Anyway, out of this kit, we are going to use what I normally call the card paper, and I want to use this red card base here. Normally you would make a card with this, but this time I'm going to use this paper for our project. Aside from this paper, we will also be needing an 8 by 8 cardstock. In this case, I'm using a green cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and start diving into the project. So with the 8 by 8, we will score at 2, 4, and 6. And then I'm going to move it this way and again score at 2 and 6. And let's start folding in the creases. Okay, so we folded our creases. And the next thing we're going to do, I can't find a ruler, so I'm going to use the ruler of my trimmer here. And what we're going to do is we're going to, from this point where it intersects up to that end, I'm going to make a line using my bone folder here. And then I'll do that on all the 4 corners. And then we will make a V right here and right here to form a letter V. All right, so now that we have made our marks on our cardstock, we are now going to fold them in, starting with the 4 corners. Let's do it this way and fold them in, and then fold it up onto that intersection. Do that again on this side, fold it in. Very carefully, because you really don't want to be folding this here, because this is the body of our box. So just let it go on its self naturally, like that. Same thing with this. And then at the other end, it'll go naturally because we have already creased them. So this is how it's going to look like. It's beginning to look like a box now, doesn't it? So that's what it looks like right now. So it'll look like a box. Okay, so now we're going to fold in the V's that we created here. Yeah. Just let those creases that you created, you crease them at the back here. So just let them fold naturally. You may need some finagling, but so find where the fold is, or the crease mark is, and then fold it. Same thing on this side. Okay, so now this is our box. What we're going to do next is I'm going to get my scissors and cut off this side here. I'm cutting this out because I don't want this box to be too bulky. So I'm just cutting it out. So I'm just gonna adhere it this way later. So again, cut this out here. We'll do that again. Cut this two out. Okay, before we assemble our box, let's cut out the paper. I want to cut this out. So I'm going to cut out 4 pieces of 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. So I want to make sure I'm going to cut this down to a 3 3/4 and cut 1 3/4, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. At this point, I'm going to adhere this 4 on the front of our box here. I'm going to also cut this out. I want this to be my sentiment for this box. Let me go ahead and cut it out. And then what I'd like to do is be able to put it on top here. So I'm just going to cut it out to size. So I'm thinking of cutting this down to maybe 1.5 by 3. So I'm just going to have to eyeball on how I'm going to cut this down. Okay, so I cut this down to 1.5 by 3.5. So I plan to put that over there. And let's do that right now. If you want to ink the edges of your project, you may do so. So before we put everything down, I'm going to need the help of my crocodile. I'm going to find the middle point right there, I think. And I'm using the 1/4 inch. I'm using the 1/4 inch hole puncher for this. Okay, there you go. And then what I plan to do, I should have done this together. I should have put this together, but that's not too late. So for you guys, what you should do is just go ahead and put them together so the holes will match. But thankfully, because the crocodile, you can see through the crocodile, I can see where the hole needs to go. So there you go. So now we have 2 holes on both ends. So it's now time to put the project together. If you want to use glue, a wet adhesive at this point, you may do so. But I'm just going to go ahead and use my adhesive here. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I have enough adhesive because I really don't want this box to be open. But then again, the reason why we made holes here is so we're going to have a ribbon go through. That will be the closure of your box. Let me go ahead and make sure that there's enough adhesive on the sides of this little triangle that we created earlier. And then very carefully put your box together. So I will match this end to this, and then of course the top. Same thing with this. Matchy match. And then we're going to have our match thing over here too. And there you go. There's your box, right? We're not done yet. We're going to get our ribbon here. You know, my magic number for my ribbons is always 18 inches, or at least I kind of look at it and figure it out. So now all we have to do is put our box together. The V's that we created, crease them very well so and then this one too, crease it in. That way it'll be easier to close this up. There you guys go. And then all we have to do now is put our ribbon. Don't forget to put your treats in before you close up your ribbon, or yeah, before you make the bow. Still finagling with the ribbon. And there you guys go. We are done. I hope you enjoyed this project. And if you do, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, please make them at the, please post them in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to my 1,000 subscriber. And I would really appreciate it if you can help me out. And again, when you do subscribe, please click on the notification bell button so that you'll be notified of projects or videos that I upload twice a week. I try to upload them on Mondays and Thursdays. And oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you have heard, but I signed up for Chalk Couture. So if you haven't seen my Chalk Couture video yet, I'm going to put the link down in the description below. I'm also going to put the link of my store. So that's it, folks. I do appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!